Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have something that we're going to be doing with my new Xbox 360 Elite that I bought a while ago, and it had this problem. So if I would have it plugged in, officially, right now I don't have the adapter for it, but there was an adapter that I would use for the VGA to HDMI because this is a VGA monitor. But if you turn it on, just like this. It'll make all its noises and stuff. The fans will start up. And then the disk drive right here, sometimes you'll press it. I don't know if it's not going to open or not, but yeah, it opens. So there is this little rubber band on the inside. So if I take this out, I'm not really sure if y'all can see it, but like there's a band right there. You'll get some isopropyl alcohol like this. Like you can get this at like any dollar store or anything, and you'll just get it with a Q-tip, and you'll just rub it on that little piece right there, and just move it back and forth while it's not plugged in. And if you want to do it even more complicated, you can take this out. So this is actually quite simple. You'll have these two cords back here to take it out. So you'll get this one. It's usually really easy to pull out. And obviously doing it with one hand is a little bit more complicated. But if you want to do it like just a little bit easier, you'll pick it up if it wants to come out. Pick it up just like this and it'll just come out. There's no screws involved with doing that. And then you'll just take these out. This one was the really easy one. This one's really hard, so I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, now I have both the cables out. They're out of the little areas right here. And if you come over on your desk, move everything out of the way, you'll see 4 screws. They're all Phillips head screws. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. And all you'll have to do is just get your handy dandy purple screwdriver and unscrew all of them. It's not really hard or anything. You just have to unscrew them a little bit, if I can get it in. But yeah, it's really simple. Once you have all 4 of the screws undone, to make it a little bit easier, you can just get a really small, like, little flathead screwdriver like this. And you'll just get it on each side and put it in. Just pop it up a little bit, just give it some space. And it's pretty complicated to do this part sometimes, but you also have to cut this right here. I've opened this thing many times because this Xbox has had so many problems. And, I mean, I got it from a place called Game Exchange. And the disk drive was broken, so I opened it up and cleaned it. Couldn't do that on camera because I didn't have my phone with me. But it's like really, really simple to do all this stuff, and I haven't been able to make videos about it, sadly. But you'll just take this off. I'm gonna do that off camera because I only have one hand. So after you got the top removed, it'll look something like this, and obviously the disk drive is upside down. So what you're gonna do is flip it, hold the bottom so it doesn't come out, because that could damage the disk drive, and this will just eventually pop out. But it's pretty complicated sometimes, so you just have to give it a little shake, or it might just come out. I don't know why it ain't. I'm gonna do that off camera again. Okay, now you'll have the top open. Sorry, I have to keep on doing this off camera. But you'll have the top, and it'll look just like this. And so you'll have a band. Not sure if it's back here. Yeah, it's on the front. So see that little circle? If you'll focus for me here, I have to put it down. But there is a little thing on the inside, right under there. Yeah, right there, that little spot. And if I can, I'll go get a flashlight or something real quick. Couldn't get a flashlight, but it's right there. Just a little area, just that little black space. Can't point at it because I'm holding the camera. But it's really easy. You'll just get it. I'll move this out of the way real quick. Now what you'll want to do Just get your little screwdriver and just move it in the direction that it needs to go. And if it doesn't move, yeah. So once you keep on doing that, you'll see this little drive start to come down a little bit. You can see that it'll keep on going. And the disk drive will start to slowly come out. Once it does come out, you can just simply pull it out all the way. Now you'll see the band. So we just accessed that earlier with the screwdriver. And what you want to do here is you'll get your isopropyl alcohol. It doesn't really matter what kind. 70% is what I use. You can basically cover it in water and it will still work, but just not nearly as good, obviously. But right there, like, it's all really dusty and stuff. This one piece right here, this band, is the only reason why it won't work. If you clean it and it still doesn't work, then I don't know what to tell you, because that is just something broken. It's nothing you can do about that. It's a broken either motor inside of it. This is snapped in half. This is snapped. Some of the gears are broken. So, and then that's just something that you have to buy to replace. But this is really simple and really easy. Just get right here and get a Q-tip and spin this. And just hold your Q-tip there and clean it. And make sure the whole entire system works when you spin this disc right here. Just keep on spinning it and everything will move. And while you're in here, you'll see this laser right here. And you want to be really careful with it. You'll dip your Q-tip with isopropyl alcohol again. And you'll just do a little tap on there on the little laser. And that'll clean off the laser if you're having a disc reading error. So if I'll just move this back in here. Just by spinning it again. And it's really that simple. I mean, that's all you gotta do. You just gotta do that, and then once it's ready, you'll just assemble it again by putting it back in the places that they belong. And then now you should have a working disk drive. And also, there's something that I figured out. So if you take this off here, you'll get a pretty big... Well, actually, you don't have to use a big flathead screwdriver. You can use that one that I was using earlier, just this little itty bitty one. You'll get it under here, and you'll just pop it up. This is for if you want to clean your fan. So just pop up like that, bring it up, and now you'll see your fan plug. And you'll want to just take that out. It's usually like more complicated than you would expect it to be. But yeah, you'll just take this little part out. Here, I'll do that off camera because that's really hard. Okay, now we got that unplugged. And just plug it in. And I always hate that noise. Plug it in, and then you get your little screwdriver. You can use a flathead or a Phillips or even an itty bitty Allen wrench, and you'll go right here, turn it on, and you can see how it starts blinking. This is two things. So if this blinks while you're like if you just turn on your Xbox and you have everything plugged in, everything's in its normal spot, the disk drive's in place, the fan's in place, and if it blinks like this, your disk drive is broken or unplugged. So you would have to open it up and either try to fix it, either get a replacement, do what I did, and clean it a little bit, and that's probably what the problem will be. Most of the time, your cords will be unplugged, and that will be the reason that you'll get this blinking light. I'm going to plug this back in and show what happens. Okay, now this is plugged in. And guys, please do not leave this on or plug the power cord plugged in when you're doing anything like this, because that can result in extremely bad shock, because this stuff is really complicated when you mess with it. So we'll turn it on, and it makes that noise. So you know when it goes zzz, 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 that's not anything wrong with your Xbox. It's just this laser it will just move back and forth and it'll just hit the front. It's supposed to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. So I fortunately do not have my adapter on me, so we're not going to be able to see what it shows on screen. But sorry, my parents walked into the house, but so the disk drive will work now. So if you go over, get your flathead screwdriver or whatever, just press that little button. It'll come out. You see the whole mechanism will work. And I'll go back and press the little blue button again. And then it goes back, makes that noise again that's trying to read. Do not put a disc in here, because if you put a disc in here, I'll show y'all an example. I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and 2, because my Xbox is a Modern Warfare 2 console. As you can see, that's the case right there. So, if you get the disc, you'll just press the little button again. It'll open up, and you put this inside here. You get the button again. Look, it comes straight off. So that's why you have to have the top on. This top has this little part right here. This will keep it clamped down. This magnet, this is a magnet right here. That'll keep it from doing anything bad that you don't want it to do. I just left my Xbox here running for a little bit and it turned off, so I don't know why it did that. I'm just gonna press the button again. Pretty simple startup though. Like, this is all some interesting stuff. Like, you'll need to know how to clean this all out. Like, isopropyl alcohol will be your best friend. You'll just buy one thing of this. You can clean off the heat sinks, the motherboard. I mean, I did that once, but not really well. But yeah, everything's pretty dirty on this console. But in order for it to actually start up, it hasn't done the light thing yet. So normally it'll like ding, 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 and then they'll all light up. That's a sign that it started up. So since I don't have my adapter, I can't show you that right now. But and you also have to have your hard drive plugged in. You can't not have it plugged in, because this is my 250 gig hard drive that I got. It's the biggest one you can get for these Xboxes. And you always have to have it plugged in. If you're like taking it apart and something and trying to test it and it doesn't work on a game, it's because you don't have your hard drive on it. And you always have to have your hard drive in order for it to operate. I'm going to go ahead and move this Xbox to a different room where there's a TV, and I'll show you what happens. Okay, and after a couple minutes, I got this moved into a different room. This one has an HDMI TV, and so you have to get Phillips head, flathead, screwdriver, or Allen wrench, or whatever you want to use. Press the on button. First, I have to turn the TV on, obviously. And see, you'll get your little rings that shows that it's starting up, and then you'll get your startup screen. So, always have everything plugged in, because I've made this mistake multiple times. I'll get a controller synced up real quick. This isn't my cool one. Well, it was paired up to the other Xbox, so it turned that one on. I actually do not know where the sync button is on this. It might be this right here, this little button. This may be it. Yep, I'm smart. And I'll just go to my character. And obviously I don't have any power, like, internet adapters on this console yet, but now you'll be able to play your games and stuff and do whatever. Make sure you always have your fan and everything plugged in, so don't make the same mistakes that I've made previously. Red ring, red ring, red ring, red ring, red ring. Okay, I guess we'll just plug this thing back in and not burn ourselves because of how hot this thing is. Yes. So we just have to plug this back in. Why is this always so hard to do? I'll do this off camera. Okay, now the fan's plugged back in, still red ring. Now, what you want to do after this is, look, doesn't do anything. Try to turn, oh, never mind, it does that now. Forgot you had to plug the fan back in, because last time I made this mistake, it did that. You should be able to turn it on and it won't red ring. It will let me turn it on. See, the fans will start going up. It should display your error code on the screen. I'm not sure though. I don't remember. I remember it doing it last time. Yeah. So you'll get this, and this is very good information. The Xbox 360 console is designed to automatically shut down to protect it from insufficient ventilation. And then you can just pause the video and read all this just to know this is not what you want to do while you're playing your Xbox. This is really unhealthy for your Xbox to do this. And you want to make sure that you let this cool down for a little bit, never just go straight back onto a game. So I'm just going to feel it. Yeah, it's pretty warm, but I would say it's at operating temperature now. Let me put this disk drive back in and just don't do this. So yeah. Thank you everyone for watching this video on how to clean out your Xbox. Just don't plug your fans in. You can hear that, like, listen to how loud that is, like, that's crazy. It's still going up, it's still making the noise, but yeah, just never not plug your fan in, just always be safe about it. So everyone have a good day. See you on the next one.